has a weird amount of play in it.
Didn't mean to do that.
That was great. That was cracking. Is this the piano that also has like one of the locks that just like falls out? So I remember trying to fix it once.
I'm not
One of the
sure.
piano.
Oh, no, that's a different one.
That's a different piano. The old
Yeah,
piano?
because the managers, we struggle with that every single day. Like, we'd have to unload it, but they changed the piano.
Okay. Alice, can you remind us what you're playing for those of us that may not know?
Yeah, hi seminar. I'm playing Tchaikovsky's Rococo Variations, the theme through variation.
I can't remember what we did in terms of introduction. Did I give you some introduction?
Yes, I think so. If
What
that's
points
okay.
on that?
Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah.
this, and I really, really admire that. And I mean, it's just incredible the strength that you have in your playing, and your poise is also incredible. Like, if something didn't come out right, I couldn't read it on your face. It's great, you maintain that so well, and that's such a great skill to have. I think the only thing I would say is the little thing that's like, da-da-da-da. I wonder if that could be a little more playful, maybe a little lighter. It's feeling a little heavy, but maybe a little more childlike, a little more mischievous. Yeah, you sound so, so incredible. Your musicianship is amazing.
Thank you. Anything?
Oh my gosh, it's so great. I would second everything that Olivia said, but I think a lot of your scales are very clear and very, very audible, and it's very easy to hear the notes that you're playing. And sometimes in other performances, well, obviously by other people, sometimes it can get squished in with everything else, and those scales that you played today were really, really clear and concise. So good job with that. I also love this piece, so I really love your interpretation of it as you're playing.
Thank you. Please.
I really like the character that you brought out. Like, I feel like it was dainty when it needed to be, and then there was like more like substance to it when it needed to be. And yeah, I just made it really enjoyable to listen to.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. If you all have a second, I'm gonna go over one tiny little ensemble thing. It's really lovely, Alice. I hope you feel like the distance between last performance and this one. Really, really lovely. Excellent playing. Two pulse things. Do you ever feel like you want to move quickly into that? Like some of those?
I don't think so.
No?
I kind of like the little like.
You like this, like caesura, a bit of
Yeah.
weight? Okay, great, okay, I just wasn't sure. Okay, so the very opening, I agree very much, I'm so grateful you said it the way you did. I think the playful opening of the second variation would be helpful. And I'm wondering, don't hate me, I wonder, could you try it with a fourth finger instead of the second finger? I feel bad even asking for a fingering change, but I'm wondering about, rather than a 2-3-1, a 4-3-1. It's like 4-4-1, 4-3-1. Yeah, because the slide is a factor.
Yeah.
But I did because I feel bad asking for a fingering change. But you can handle it, and if it doesn't come out, no one will care. But I think it will help. And I think it's creating a little like it's making it feel serious, and and I think you want it to feel kind of poof. You know?
Okay.
Also, in terms of the pulse, I wasn't sure if you were aware, this is going slower than those.
Yes, I practiced that a
Mhm.
lot today.
Isn't that funny though? Your scales can go so fast.
I
I don't even think I play
don't-
mine quite that
I don't need them to go that fast.
They're just ready to go. I mean, I
Yeah.
feel like we worked on kind of letting them fly and they take off. So we got to make sure that they fit though,
Yes.
right? So either you got to start just a smidgen faster, or the scales have to have a little more in the middle.
Yeah.
I almost don't want to mess with your scale.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what else to
So yeah, I
suggest.
speed up.
I
the
would
rest
just
of
say
it?
try the
Okay.
opening, so that he can read your tempo right away.
Okay.
Because I think he was like, oh, I got this tempo, and then the scale would like go,
Yeah.
and then we would go. And I mean,
Okay.
you're with the boss, he's with you, but it's still like, I want you to feel really interconnected with your own line.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. It was like a whole other thing took off. And so, I mean, I appreciate the wind gust that you have there. Okay, and then the other thing, especially more playful with its this is the only one that's different. It's the only one that they're all repetitive, and then longer on that somehow.
Okay.
I don't buy that dot. I don't know that Tchaikovsky wrote that one.
Okay.
Da-di-da-dum. I just want to enjoy it because you played it. I want to feel it more. I think
Yeah.
it needs to resonate more.
Okay.
And then, lovely ending of that one. Absolutely lovely. And I think the phrasing that you're finding in the third variation is quite beautiful. There's a setting of comfort and discomfort in the bow. And when I'm uncomfortable, loud is my setting that I'll go to. Do you know what it is for you? Do you know that when you're uncomfortable, does it go loud? Does it go soft?
think it goes soft.
You think so? I think it's the opposite. I actually think that when you're slow movement, your bow goes, huh, I've got to get in there. So I
Okay.
think what's happening is that there are kind of more swells than you plan. Do you know what I
Okay,
mean?
Yeah.
Can we try a microcosm laboratory and see which one it is?
Sure.
And I'll be very annoying because I'll show you where it is and you won't, we might not hear it, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try and find it. It's weird though. It's like one of those things where it's a blind spot in our sound until we hear it, and then you'll go, oh, that's what's happening. So let's try that once. Let's try it. We just start the opening of the third movement. Yeah, third variation. Sorry. So it's already better because I said something.
Yeah.
It's already better, right? It's already really lovely. I think it's the second part of the phrase. The first one's not so much a thing. It's, why don't I undo everything too quickly and then I wonder where it is. Okay, so this one's good. Make sure your sound picks up exactly where you leave us at the end of that note, so that there's no. It's the little baby swells that I'm talking about. And sometimes it's when vibrato and bow speed kick in at the exact same moment. That's all.
Okay.
That's all we're listening for. So
Yeah.
again. And what that means is that my bow speed can't jump, you know? Then there's a whoop, you know, then there's a
Yeah.
foothill in there. Now, let's take it from the second phrase. Maybe not second phrase, second half. It's with all the bow changes, I think there's like a new baby hill each time, and it starts to feel like moguls in the line. So I
Okay.
wonder what would happen if you just didn't let any bumps happen until the most important note, which is. Yeah. Let's try that one. So like, don't let bow changes, don't let fingerings, don't let vibrato, like nothing interrupts your line. Your line is everything.
Okay.
You could literally play any notes, but the line is all that matters. Can we try that again from the
Yeah.
beginning? And one of the tricks is to kind of stay under the cap of what you can play.
Yeah.
What's the opening dynamic in your mind? Is it piano?
Like piano plus.
Piano plus, okay, but still in piano.
Yeah.
So remember how far you've got to travel with this one, and how many freaking times we hear the theme. We have to vary it so much.
Yeah.
All right, so let's try it from the beginning there. Think about the thread. Feel the and save for all the way. Good. Try the whole thing a little faster, just like that. Do you see what I mean?
Yes.
It's really nice. Do you hear the difference?
Yes.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
It's unmistakable. When you choose that line, we are with you the whole
Yeah.
time. Just
Okay.
imagine faster, make it easier for yourself. You'll run out of breath.
Okay.
Good, same thing. right?
Right.
Yeah, so it's about pacing your bow speed sometimes.
Yeah.
It's really about saving, because loud matters less than depth.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's often that we gotta save it, I gotta save it, I gotta save it. You have a really wonderful secret that you are dying to share, and that is the arrival note wherever it is. But you're gonna make us wait for it, and that means you gotta kind of hold yourself a little bit. So it's that feeling of like, I'm never gonna sit, I'm never gonna let it sit down. And I think that's the whole thing, is if we get comfortable because we're uncomfortable, because look where we are, what we're doing, right? Of course it's vulnerable, so just don't let it, don't give in to the instinct of kind of lurking for certainty in the feeling.
Yeah.
Let it be, long vista. And all the angst gets to come out later anyway.
Yeah.
The only place that felt a little scary ensemble-wise, I wasn't sure if you were hearing Dr. Steinfeld's like moving notes sometimes.
Yeah.
It came apart a
Okay.
bit. But I think perhaps it was one of those like, I go right and you go left and we keep running into each other in the hallway. Like if you were actually anticipating, right? I just felt a little bit like it was missing each other.
Yeah.
But this one, you went faster than he did.
Whoops.
That's okay, not a big deal. I think change the bow, if that's uncomfortable, either that or save more in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
Another one of those things. It's a tendency that the bow has to be comfortable. It just wants to go a little too fast too soon. I think that if I were to boil it down, it's that, and that it wants comfort. So it's like, okay, just let me breathe, right?
Yeah.
It's this feeling of constant inhalation. And you're a very comfortable player, so when the discomfort comes, I think it's sort of like, how do I use that without using poor technique? That's not the issue though, you're not doing that. That's what I mean. I think I just want to make sure that the bow speed is really connecting to the heartbeat of how you hear that phrase.
Yeah.
And it isn't about loud, especially in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really good. It's really good. Be careful with last notes that they're not too wide good.
Oh, yes.
They're like a well-what. Well-what. Beautiful, you two. Beautiful, beautiful. Well-what. Sounds great. Who shall we victim next? Let's see. Nathan?
Are you victiming me?
Yeah, I think
Okay. Victimizing?
we voted.
Victimizing?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I don't